My name is Pamela Kieran. My company is Ware. I'm the founder of it. Thank you. It is apparel. I'm sorry I don't have any prototypes with me. They are camera ready. I didn't know about this 5 minutes and I didn't know what I'd be able to do. Because they help take diagnostic readings from the body, I wanted to be able to show what they could do. And that's a little bit more of a show than I could do in 5 minutes. But anyway, as we go through this process, you'll see them. I want your feedback. So that's why I don't have them today, but you'll be seeing them a lot in the future. So my company is Ware. We design clothing that allows sensor access to the skin, tops and bottoms. Why this is because sensors are beginning to really burgeon. They're really beginning to kind of, take over the way we collect data. We all know Fitbit, Jawbone, all of that. The next evolution is going to be actually in the clothes that we wear. So the clothing that we're designing is currently in prototype. As I said, you'll be able to see a lot of it. Where we stand versus the competition, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Where we stand versus the competition is now making clothing that has the sensors actually embedded in the garments. Why this is a little problematic, I think, long term is it makes the garments a little obsolete the next time there's a next generation. It also makes them difficult to wash, and it also makes them very precious, right? You can't be too rough on them. It also makes them very, very expensive. Each piece of clothing, and this is if you're gathering data, if you're running 5 miles, you want to know what your heart rate was, how much your muscles were engaged, what was the composition of your sweat, are you hydrated, are you not hydrated, all that kind of biometric data is what I'm talking about. What makes the existing clothing that is available in the marketplace a little problematic is that each piece is about $300 to $350, including like a software set. So they're extremely expensive currently in the marketplace. We earned a utility patent this year for our garments. We've got a 20-year runway on that. We have a continuation patent running as we're able to kind of come up with new iterations. The continuation patent is going to be live for probably about another 15 months. Okay. Why Ware? Okay. As we learn to collect data from the body, it's going to be used obviously in healthcare applications to optimize fitness. Rehabilitation is a big market for this kind of apparel. It's already starting to creep. It's already starting to get there, actually. Why this is a great place to be is we've got an aging demographic that doesn't necessarily want to be naked or topless, or they want to be covered up while the biometric data is being accessed from their bodies. There is ultimately going to be a need for real-time health and biometric information. We have an aging demographic. There's a pilot running in Darien, Connecticut now with some of the elder care centers. They're actually putting sensors on the patients to see where they are located in the center, and if they've left the building. They've partnered with the Darien police on this initiative, and this is a sensor-based program. So sensors are becoming part of our everyday life, and they are becoming part of our physical body environment. Okay, why, let's move down to here, why the difference with the clothing that we're designing versus the competition, as I said, is we're not embedding any sensors in our clothing. We are specifically just giving access to the skin either by conductive material in the clothing or this patented access fitting that we were able to get over all the major muscle groups. What this allows for is the scalability of the product. If you buy an article of clothing, it also makes our clothing far less expensive to manufacture. Rather than a $200 garment, we'll be able to come to market with hopefully a $50 garment. That's completely scalable. as we go from like a heart rate sensor into sensors that are much more complicated over the next 5 to 10 years, our clothing will be absolutely able to scale with that. Some areas of industries where we can play: healthcare, telemedicine, elite sports, obviously. Biometric data is already deep into elite sports. Weekend sports, weekend warriors, body monitoring, and then, as I said, rehabilitation is one of the greatest markets. Okay, where's competency? Blah, blah, blah. I think I addressed all this. A key differentiator, one of our value propositions, is simple. This is a low-tech solution to a very high-tech industry. We like to say at Ware that we support the clothes that support Ware. We create the clothes that support your wearable technology. Makes us inexpensive to produce and yet still necessary. Okay, business model obviously through sales once we get our prototypes out and we can actually get them to market. Licensing of the intellectual property. I prefer to manufacture in the United States if I possibly can. We can scale with partnering, obviously. I dream at night about partnering with Diane von Furstenberg and Stella McCartney on creating very awesome wearable clothes that collect your biometric data. Amazon has a wearable site. It also keeps me awake at night dreaming to be the first wearable clothing on that site. Rehabilitation, as I said. Local sports teams. I'd love to kit out high school sports teams to make sure they're not. There's a big push, especially behind football, to make sure the heads aren't getting knocked around. But the technology and the clothing aren't there yet, so I'd love to be able to help the local sports franchise. Okay.
You can wrap up.
Okay. Location data we touched on. Athletic apparel. This is not including shoes. Is a $40 billion a year industry, so you can do the math if we tap into a small part of that. Oh, and there's my bio. My mom taught me how to sew, and I named the company after her.
Thank you.